Hi everyone, I hope you are doing really well. This is Aryar. In the short video, I'm going to answer 50 questions in English. Here is a good test for you. It will show that you are in level 1 or level 2. These 50 questions are for level 1. If you can answer all of these questions correctly, which means that you pass level 1 and you can start level 2 elementary. But if you've got any problem with these questions, if you cannot answer them well, yeah, it shows that you have to stay in level 1 and you have to study beginner. Then after you complete beginner, you can study level 2 elementary. Now we are going to answer. I advise you to pause the video in each question and you can answer it by yourself. Then you can play it again to know whether you answered correctly or not. Now we are going to start. Of course, the questions are all in choices. The first question is what do you do for fun? Yeah, B, which means that's the second person, A, the first person, B, the second one, I, to music and go swimming. Here is a simple question. You can say, I listen or I watch or I play or I collect. Which one is the best answer? You have to say, I listen to music, I listen to music. Even you can say I play, but you cannot say I play to music. You can say I play music, it's fine, but I play to music is wrong. You have to care. The second one is, would you like to go to the movie tonight? Yeah, of course, this one is a kind of invitation. Would you like and do you want to? Both can be used to invite someone, but would you like is more polite than do you want to? Would you like to go to the to the movies tonight? You can say, I'd love to. Yeah. Here, because we have got I'd love to, then we've got a space. We have to use what? But. I'd love to, but can be used when you decline, when you refuse an invitation. I'd love to, but I have to study for my exam. Is a polite way to refuse an invitation. The third one is, do you play tennis? Here is the question. Which question word can be used for this one? You have to choose, look at the answer. In the answer, we've got what, twice a week, or 3 times a week, or every day, or 4 times a week. So you have to start with how often. How often? How often is the best answer? How often do you play tennis? You can see, I play tennis twice a week. Number four is, it's very cold outside today. So you should wear a warm what? Shorts? No. Sandals? No. Sweater is the best answer. Yeah. Why? Because t-shirt is not warm, of course, and sandals and shorts, of course, are not the best answer. Sweater is the best answer. Excuse me, how are these shoes? Yeah, of course, when you ask about the price of something, you have to say how much. How much? What? How much are these shoes? In the answer, you can say they are $45. Number six is, what does your brother look like? Here, my dear, if we say what does your brother like, you can say he likes football. He likes you can say drinking tea. And what is he like? It means that what's his personality? You can say he is funny, he is friendly. But what does he look like? You have to talk about his appearance, like his hair, like his nose, like his eyes, like his height or his build, whether he's fat or thin, or his age or his looks. Yeah, so in the answer, you have to say he is tall and has short hair. Because of this one, we've got the word hair. You have to use an adjective that suits hair, like friendly hair, no. Quiet hair, no. Handsome hair, no. You have to say curly hair. Curly means not straight. Number seven is what? Were you yesterday afternoon? Yeah, this one is past, so you have to use was, were, or did, not are. Yeah, because we've got we cannot use was. You have to say were or did. So which one is the best answer? Were or did? Yeah. Can you guess which one is the best answer? If you can guess which one is the best answer, which means that you are perfect. Here, because we don't have any verbs, in the question. So we have to use where, not did. We have to say where did you go is okay. But we don't, because here we don't have any verbs, so you have to use where, not did, my dear. Last weekend, I and my friend at the park and ate lunch together. Because we talk about last weekend, you have to use past verb here. So meet is base, meeting ing, met is the what, is the past form and is the correct answer. Did you a good time at the party? Yes, it was fantastic. Yeah, did you what? Because we've got did, the here we have to use base, my dear. So did you had is not the base. Did you have? Did you have a good time? Did you have a perfect time at the party? Yes, it was fantastic. Don't forget to bring an umbrella. Here we've got this word, an umbrella. So which one is the correct answer? Is going to be what? Rainy. Is going to be rainy. Yeah, why? Because look at the question. Don't forget to bring an umbrella or the umbrella. So why? Why do you need umbrella? Of course, we need umbrella in what? In rainy weather. Are you are you are you are you free this Saturday? Sorry, I can't. Are you free this Saturday? Sorry, I can't. I am with my family. Are you free this Saturday? It means just take is a kind of what when you want to do something with someone else. Yeah, on Saturday you say, "Are you free on Saturday?" Which means that are you free because I want you to do something with me on Saturday. Sorry, I can't. I am what? I am very what? I am busy. What does busy mean? Which means that I am not free. I have lots of work with my family member or with my family. Number 12 is what is she wearing today? She is wearing a blue skirt and a white what? A white socks cannot be. Here because we've got a, which means that we have to use singular noun. It's important. So we cannot use socks, pants, and jeans because they are all plural. Yeah, so blouse is the correct answer because just only this one is singular. What are you going to do tomorrow? I am, yeah, of course, in here is going to do is for future plan. For future plan, you can say I'm planning to, or I have a plan, or I'm going to. I'm going to with the base can be used a lot in English to future for future plan. So I'm going to buy groceries, grocery like tomatoes, like cucumbers, or vegetables, something like this. I like your new apartment. The location is really, yeah, the best answer is convenient. Convenience, what a perfect, it means good. Where is the nearest post office? That's easy. Just take a, take a far, no. Take, no. Take a pass, no. You have to say go past. Or take a street, no. Go street on. Go street on. So you have to say take a right. Take a right or take a left. It means that turn right or turn left is the correct answer. I want to go across town. How much is the in here when you, because you go to across town, you have to say how much is the not a cup of coffee, a bus fare. Yeah, why? Because you want to go across town. The best answer, of course, the others maybe they may be fine, but the best answer a bus. How much the bus fare? Why? Because you have to go to where across town. Yeah, of course you have to take a bus or something like this, or a taxi can be fine too. Yeah, number 17, my dear. Take a look at number 17. No diary for me. Of course, you have to know about this word, which means that we talk about those food which consists of what milk. Because of milk, we create like yogurt, like cheese. Yeah. Thanks. I don't eat yogurt or what? Yeah, of course, cheese. Why? Because of this word. Because we've got no dairy for me. Yeah, yeah, of course. Yeah, you have to use the word cheese. I'm planning Sorry, I'm planning to stay up late and on TV tonight. What do you have to do on TV? Yeah, visit relative on TV? No. Go out of town? No. Go to the park? No. Or which one is the best answer? Was sports? This one, is there a bus stop around here? The first one asks this simple question. Yes. The second answer say yes. Go off First Avenue is on the left. That can be the best answer, the correct answer. The bank, no, because the person doesn't ask about the bank. Or can you give me direction? Of course, the first one asks. The second one need to answer. No, doesn't need to ask again. Ask another question. Or is the far? Of course, cannot be used. Uh, Question 20. How much is a taxi ride across town? Yeah, the second answer what? It costs around $30. Yeah, the best answer, the correct answer. Of course, you can say I can give them to you for $30. Yeah, of course, this one is wrong. This one is used for bargaining. Or will you take 30? It's used for bargaining, or it's an excellent price? Of course, no. How often they buy flowers? How often in here? Look, is really important to understand the question correctly. How often? Yeah, the second need to answer. What kind do you buy? Of course, no, it's not the answer for this question. I rarely buy them. Yeah, it's the best answer. I rarely buy them, which means that I hardly ever buy them. I buy magazines every week. Yeah, of course, it's not the right one. Why? Because the first one asked about flowers. No, but I buy gum a lot. Of course, is wrong too. Question 22. What do we need to get for dinner? Yeah, B say what? No, I don't eat many beans. That's not the correct answer. Yes, we need some. Of course, no. Why? Because this one is WH question, not yes no question. I don't eat much fruit, or we need some noodles. Look, my dear, in here, what do we need to get for dinner? You have to say we need some noodles. Question 23. Do you usually have a snack between meals? You can say yes. What does snack mean? Is a kind of food that you can eat it between lunch and dinner, or after dinner. For example, at 10 at night. Like for example, when you eat some chocolate or some fruit or some cake like this. Yeah, no, I don't eat many beans. Of course, it's wrong. Why? Because the question is WH question. We cannot use yes or no. Sorry, 23. I have a little chocolate in the afternoon. Is the fine answer. Yeah. Why? Because a little chocolate is a kind of snack, like a piece of cake, like some fruit. Yeah, you can have it as a snack. Yeah, if you take a look at part B, you can say I prefer a big breakfast. No, it doesn't talk about breakfast, or but it's not too salty. Doesn't talk about taste or how does it taste. No. Question 24. Did you get a haircut this weekend? Yes. Did you get a haircut? Yeah, I work it all weekend. It's not the fine answer. Yes, I did. After that, I went to a movie. Is the correct answer. Did you go to a haircut? Yes. I get a haircut. After the haircut, I went to a movie. Yeah, is the best answer. Question 25. What are you doing this weekend? Yeah, in the answer you can say I don't have any plans. Yeah, can be the best answer. I don't have any plans, or you can say no, not really. No, I don't have any plans. Is the best one. You won't believe this, or it was awesome. Yeah, which one is the best answer? You have to say I don't have any plans. And question 26. I some friends on Saturday, and we had lunch. In here is past, my dear, because the second part is past, the first one need to be past too. Look, my dear, in here there are three past verbs, but which one of them can be used with some friends? Can you say I stayed some friends on Saturday and we had lunch? No, you have to say I stayed with some friends, or I went some friends. No, I met some friends is the best answer. I met some friends and we had lunch together. I finished my homework yesterday. Yesterday morning can be used, of course. But you can't say yesterday week or the day before or night. No, we can't say yesterday night in English. We have to say last night, not yesterday night. It's fine to say yesterday morning, yesterday afternoon, yesterday evening, but of course you cannot say yesterday night. You'll never guess what happened. When do we use this sentence? We use it when when you wanna say an important sentence. You will never guess what happened, or listen to me, or you will never guess what I did. I lost my phone. Yeah, that's a huge problem. That's what. Can you see? That's fantastic. If the first person lost his phone or her phone, how can you see that's fantastic? That's amazing. That's exciting. What do you have to say? That's awful. That's terrible. Yeah. 29. Did you go shopping last weekend? No. I had a great weekend. No, is the correct answer for that one. Yeah, no. I stayed home and studied. That's the best answer. Did you go shopping? No, I didn't go shopping. I stayed home and I studied. Or you can say it was just so so. It's wrong. I went shopping at the mall. Yeah, cannot be used. Why? Because you say no. My dear, if you misunderstand any one of them, you can just contact me and ask me, and inshallah, I'm gonna explain for you. Question 30. Did you call me yesterday? Yes. I called you last night. Yeah. I did my homework. Yes, I did my homework. It's wrong. I was if we ask with did, you have to say yes, I did. So C is wrong. I called you the day before yesterday. The day before yesterday means 2 days ago. So it's not the right answer. Why? Because the first one asked about you. Did you call me yesterday? So which one is the best answer? Yes, I called you last night. Why? Because last night a part of what? A part of yesterday. What are your plans this weekend? You can say I'm going to visit relatives. Can be used. What are your plans? You can say I'm going to. I have a plan, or I'm planning to. You should come is not is the wrong one. Why? Because you should come is a kind of advice. It's not advice, my dear. Do you have any fun plans? Of course, no. Or I think you don't have any plans? No. So A is the right answer. I eat a lot of grains and I have. Here, because of we've got grain is the best answer, is the best word to understand it. I have every day. Yogurt is not a part of grain. Chicken, of course, no. Apples, no. Chicken is a part of what? A part of meat or protein. Apples, fruit. Yeah, yogurt, of course, dairy. But you have to say what? Bread. Bread is a kind of what? Grain. I don't eat a lot of ice cream. I rarely eat what food? Ice cream is what? Is oily, sour, or blunt? No. Yeah, ice cream is what? Is sweet. After that, question 2034. Sorry. Do you eat a lot of fruit? You can say no. I don't eat many vegetables. That's not the correct answer. I hardly ever eat fruit. That's the best answer. No, I hardly ever eat fruit. Or I have everything I need. No, that's not the correct answer. I never eat nuts. Nuts not a kind of fruit. Yeah, of course. What else do we need for dinner? Yeah, you can say no, we don't need anything else. No, we don't need anything else. Yeah, it's a wrong one. If we have only this one, can be fine. We don't need anything. But because we have got no, it's wrong. Why? Because we use yes and no when the question is yes no question. And start with is, do, does, can, could, may, or has, have, had. But in here, it's not W yes no question. It's WH question. So you cannot say that one. Yes and no are wrong. We are completely out, which means that we don't have any. Yeah, it's not the suitable answer for this one. You have to say we need some to get some olives. That will be the best answer, my dear. And question 36. Do you eat a big breakfast? You can say no. I'm having a light lunch. No. Why? Because we talk about breakfast. I prefer a small breakfast. Can be the best one. I prefer a small breakfast. How does the curry taste? Taste. It is an Italian dish. No, we talk about taste. Meat, vegetables. No, we don't talk about ingredients. We talk about taste. It smells great. It's a little spicy. That is only this one talk about taste. The others don't talk about taste. Taste, my dear. Um, 38. I wanna go to the museum. How much is the Cup of coffee, movie ticket, dollars, or admission fee? Of course, admission fee is the best answer. How much is the movie ticket or cup of coffee? No, my dear. Grammatically, you are right. But how much is the admission fee? Which means that how much should I pay when I enter? Ahmed buys sports uh, every week, but he rarely reads. Here we've got reads. Yeah, you have to know about this one. Energy drinks, no. Magazine. Yeah, of course, magazine can be used to read or not to read, my dear. Not vitamins, not phone calls. So magazines is the best answer. This word is the best answer. I like to study at the library. Why? Because library is what? Is quiet. Yeah, it's quiet is the best answer. Not large, wide, noisy. How much are movie tickets? Yeah, part B want to answer. That's reasonable. No, of course, no. Things are expensive here. It's not the correct answer. They cost about $10. Yes, okay. They cost about $10. It has the same with they are $10. Or how much do they cost? Of course, no. Look, my dear, question 42 is a little bit tricky. You have to care about it. Will you take 20 for me this watch? It's a kind of what? It's a kind of bargain. Yeah, this one can be used for what? By whom? By the customer. For example, when the shopper say this one is $25, the customer say, "Will you take for $20?" Or how about $20? Or what about $20? Or would you give it to me for $20? Yeah, you can say no. But what? I can give it to you for 23, or I'll take it, or I'm not sure, or would you accept 23? Of course, the best answer is what? This one is the best answer. Of course, the shopper say, no, I cannot give it to you for $20, but I can give it to you for 23. It can be used when you bargain with what? Between a shopper and a customer. And here after that, what do we have? How often do you buy things on sale? I buy part B wants to answer. I buy lots of things on sale. No. How often? What kind of things do you buy? Of course, no. No, I rarely do. It's not a yes, no question. I buy things on sale every month, every week, every day, every Friday, once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week. How many rooms are there in your new places? Yeah, you can answer it in two ways. You can say there are 4 rooms, or you can say it has a living room, a kitchen, a bedroom, or a bathroom. B, it has a laundry room. No. It's very convenient. No. There are 4 rooms and a yard. Yes, okay, it's the best answer. Or you can say it has 4 rooms and a yard. 2045 is the post office far from here? Yes, it's far. It's too far to walk. Yeah, it's the best answer. It's too far to walk. Or I need to send some postcards. No, you can walk there. No, there is one near here. Of course, no. It's too far to walk is the best answer. 46 here. Take a look. The bank is on the railroad street. Okay, what is near? Yeah, you can say A wants to answer turn right on Eastern Avenue. No. What is it near? Near. Here is the question. What is it near? It is near the subway station. That's the best answer. That's the correct answer. 45 is I lost my phone. So you have to what? Listen to music. If you lost your phone, the second one advise you to listen to music. Of course, no. Go to a camera shop. No. Go to hospital. No. Call the police is the best answer. Yeah, my dear, not camera shop. Why? Because in a camera shop you can buy a camera. Yeah, my dear, you have to care about that one. 48. What is the past form of the verb buy? Buy. The past form of the verb buy is what? Buy it. We don't have this one in English. We can add the suffix ed to buy. We can add ed. Ing, of course, no, buying is wrong. But bought is the best answer. It's the correct answer. Only bought is the right answer, not buys. I watched TV with my family. I watched. This one is a past verb. So in here you have to use a past adverb of time, my dear. Not now, not tomorrow night. You have to say last night is okay. last night, yeah, and not next Friday, because next Friday and tomorrow night are used for future and now can be used in present continuous. What is she wearing? She what? Likes to have pizza? No. Went out? No. Is wearing a dress? That's the correct answer. What is she wearing? She's wearing what, a dress. Was out last night? Of course, no. We didn't say where was she last night. That's the end of this video. In this video, we answer 50 questions. Yeah, of course, the questions are suitable for level one. If you don't have any problem with these questions, it means that you pass grade one beginner, you pass level one beginner, and it's better for you to to study level two elementary. But please, my dear, if you have got lots of problem with these questions, which means that it's better for you, is the best idea for you to study level one. And if you want to study level one or any levels, that you can contact me, my dear. If you have got any questions, any opinions, any comments, any questions about this question or anything in English, just you can contact me. You can send me a message to this number. Bye bye. Have a great time. I hope to see you again. Have a nice time. Thanks for watching.